And we're back again. Let's hope that the stream stays stable. Rodders, you looking forward to this game?
Absolutely, Joe. It should be a great matchup. We had a very exciting first game. Looking for more in the second. Cork County will be looking to bounce back. UCC will be hoping to overturn Cork County. They did so in a Division 1 T20 match earlier this season, a midweek game. So they'll be looking to do the same. As I was saying earlier, don't know if you heard me or not, but Cork Harlequins have hung around. They're having a couple of beverages of fizzy orange, which is good, spending their money in the bar. The umpires are the same umpires as this morning. Umpire Declan Early, coming all the way down from Limerick. Fair play to him.
Yeah, fair play.
And the other independent umpire is Mohammed, independent umpire. He'll be wearing a rim cap. Declan will be in a peaky cap. So County sitting away to our left underneath the shelter, nearly ready to go, and there's the bell in the background, which means we're very close to the start of this game. Sun has just come out here at the Mardyke. So the second Premier T20 match is about to get underway. It's Cork County versus UCC. Very important match, this one, for both teams. Of course, winning this competition will mean they'll get a shot at the big time. They get to take on the winners of the Alan Murray T20 Cup, which is the Leinster equivalent. And it's what all Munster players want to do. They want to take on a Leinster team, probably up in Leinster, whoever that team may be. So, lots at stake, Joe.
Thank you, Rodders. Just while we're on about this T20, Munster T20 division, Premier Division, other matches going on today. County Galway played County Kerry up in Adair, and County Kerry struck first blow with an 8-wicket win over County Galway. They're now taking on Limerick in Adair in their second T20 today. So County Galway batted first and made 117. Top scorer there was Ram Gokul with 31 off 16 balls, 1 4 and 3 sixes. Top pick bowlers for County Kerry was Saeed Tabish, good bowler, 4 overs, no maidens, 2 for 14. And that man, Awe Saiger, 4 overs, no maidens, 2 for 22. In reply, County Kerry made it with 2 wickets down. Kura Mikbal, in fine form again, 39. And Mono Patel and Josh Udden, the 2 Leinster players, both getting 35 runs each. So they should be nearly at top of the division so far.
Looks like County Kerry have the wood over County Galway at the moment, Joe.
Do they? Oh!
They've beaten them a few times already this season.
They have indeed. No.
So opening up the batting for UCC is going to be Sid. He's going to be at the non-strikers end, and from the strikers end is Vikrath, also known as Vicky. Opening the bowling will be Siddiqui, batted very well, so he'll be looking to carry on that form from the last game that Cork County played. He'll be bowling from the Riverlee end of the ground, where the tennis courts are there. Sun has come out to greet the players, which is good to see. Pretty standard field for Cork County. 1 man out at Cow Corner. And I think that's the only man out at the moment. Joe?
Siddiqui had a fine knock earlier on, close to his 50. Unfortunately, he was caught. His reverse sweeps were fantastic today. Nearly got Cork County over the line. So here we go. Umpire Mohammed signalling to the scorers there already. Siddiqui with the first ball. And it's a dot ball outside the off stump. Vicky looking to play that ball to leg. Missed it, and we're away. One thing about this deck here that we've noticed in the first game, it's pretty slow. So batsmen shouldn't go on the back foot, Rodders. And that was a cut shot, an attempted cut shot there from Vicky. So kind of confirming your point there, Joe, about playing back foot strokes. Goes to pull, and he's given him
LBW on the back foot. Vicky looking to pull that ball towards square leg. Missed it. Siddiqui with a straight delivery. 3 deliveries into the innings, and UCC are 1 wicket down, Joe.
That's a disastrous start for UCC, as that brings in their main batsman, Navam, quality player.
3 overs done. UCC are no runs for 1 wicket. Yes, you're right, Joe. Navam, number 5, coming into bat number 3 for UCC. Been very impressive this season. Very impressive this season.
Absolutely, Rodders. He's won many games for the UCC outfit, especially in Division 1. He had a great knock against Galway in the National Cup. And I think they lost by about 3 wickets in the end, Rodders.
It's interesting there, Joe, you say that this UCC side have done well in Division 1. Maybe wonder how they get on with that step up to the Premier Division. Here comes Siddiqui again, through and around. Blocked into the leg side. 4 dots now. UCC still not off the mark.
Navan cautiously blocked that one. Siddiqui's a smooth operator.
Played into the offside. Well fielded there. I think that's Sunil at short third man. Lots of noise from Cork County. They're understandably very loud out there in the field. As Siddiqui is in for the last ball of the over. Bunted down the ground. 1 run taken. Navam and UCC are off the mark. UCC after 1 over is 1 run for 1 wicket. Joe, bit of a disastrous start there for the students.
A disastrous start, but Eric, or Rodders, you don't mind it in the first over. If it goes to the 2 or 3 wickets down in the power play, then you're in trouble. So they can still have the plan that they wanted to have during this game in the power play. So look, it is what it is. They can just still hit balls in the power play, but they really need to be just taking 1s and 2s, really, to be honest, because boundary balls will be hard to get.
From the Mardyke Road end is going to be Francois for Cork County. Navam will keep strike. Sid at the other end still hasn't faced a delivery, so he'll wait patiently at the non-striker's end. It'll be right arm over then to the right hand bat of Navam. And here we go, a long off in position. Was there an edge? There was. Just a little thin one, Joe. 2 wickets down.
Now they're in trouble.
Navam looking to drive that ball through the offside. A little feather through to wicketkeeper Cormac Hassett.
I think UCC need to take their time now.
So after 1.1 overs, UCC are 1 run for 2 wickets.
And that brings Hussein in, number 18 for UCC. It was the slightest of feather, but was it the right shot, Rodders?
Hard to say, Joe. It was a pitched up delivery outside the off stump. I guess in T20 you don't want to hang around too long.
Well, not in the style that Navam did.
Hussein then to face up, batting number 4 for UCC, Francois. Wicket first ball. So he'll be happy with that start. So a third man and a long on in place. Short.
Not a wide?
And it is a wide. I think that's a wide for overhead height. It was the 10-pin bowling delivery there from Francois as Hussein hit the deck. But it was a wide ball. Overhead height, Joe, in Premier Division cricket is a wide ball.
In most divisions around the world, it is. He bowled a similar ball in the previous game as well.
Down the track. And a wide ball outside the off stump. Good aggressive intent here from Hussein first up, Joe. Looking to take on the pull, the previous delivery, and now down the track.
He probably saw that it was coming down at a wide angle, and technically it's a low risk shot.
Well, looks like County are going to take an extra cover out, it looks, and put in a second slip. So attacking from the off.
Unusual in T20 rudders.
Oh, quick
risky
single.
Shot. Oh.
Run out attempt there, Joe. Very close. Potentially out with a hit.
He was out if it was a direct hit, rudders.
Here comes Francois again. Sid with his first delivery. Outside the off stump, blocks it, and in the backward point position is Nabil with the fielding. So a slow start here for UCC, Joe.
Understandably, rudders, they haven't played on this deck. It's quite slow, so they need to take their time.
Here comes Francois again. That's short, beat him for pace, and is caught. 3 wickets down. Only 4 runs on the board. And it's one of those scores where you're not too sure which is the run column and which one is the wicket column. Sid goes caught and bowled by Francois.
Some great bowling there by Francois. The UCC team would not be...
They wouldn't be used to that type of pace, maybe.
You'd be right there, rudders.
So in the second over, UCC, unfortunately for them, are 4 for 3.
So Divish comes to the crease. UCC are in big trouble now. As you said, rudders, they wouldn't have never faced pace like Francois or the bounce. And I think that's what he's trying to do, is bounce them out of it.
Yeah, I think that short delivery, he was late on the shot, meaning that he didn't get enough bat on it. And really an easy return catch for Francois, Joe. So on a bit of a roll here, our Cork County left outside the off stump for a dot ball.
Well left.
So already UCC have a lot of work to do to try and dig themselves out of a hole. But of course it is only 20 overs, so they don't have a lot of time. That's short again. Very well bowled from Francois. 2 overs done. UCC are 4 for 3.
Actually, that was... Divish played that quite well. He kind of just took one little movement away. I thought he faced that quite well. Pretty brave of him. This is UCC's first time in the Premier T20, and it's a baptism of fire.
Absolutely, Joe. It'll be Siddiqui to continue from that River Lee end of the ground.
That over took ages, rudders. There was so much involved in it. 2 wickets, nearly a run out.
2 wides.
2 wides. It had everything in it. As you say, Siddiqui starts his second over.
It's Hussein is on strike. Well fielded there from Sunil, a bottom edge. And as you said at the start, Joe, those cross-batted shots, those back foot shots are proving difficult to get away.
They are, Rodgers. And
Hold
that's
him.
pulled.
Hussein looking to pull. Wasn't really there for the pull. Way too full.
Kept a bit low.
Missed it. And that's 4 down.
I feel that Cork County, I was going to say Cork County could do with another fielder because they're going to be hitting square. That's where they're looking to hit. They're not trying to hit straight. They can afford to bring in another fielder at this stage. 4 for 4.
Absolutely, Joe. The top order of UCC have been blown away, really.
Literally.
And Cork County are in the unusual situation where in a T20 they can afford to gamble. Remember, it still is the power play overs where 2 fielders are allowed outside that 30-yard circle. Those discs on the ground there signalling to the players where the 30-yard circle is. It's going to be Varun. Of course, we had Varun on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, Joe, and he's going to be facing his first delivery. Played into the leg side. Full delivery from Siddiqui, fielded at mid-wicket for a dot ball. Here comes Siddiqui again. And is that gone? It is. Stumped. Brilliant work from Cork County and Munster Reds player Cormac Hassett. A swing and a miss from Varun. Lifted his back leg. Hassett had the bails off in a flash. And that's another man down. It's 4 for 5.
Siddiqui showing all his experience in his bowling so far, bamboozling the UCC batsmen. They wouldn't, to be fair, have been facing this type of bowling before. So
Varun goes for a 2-ball duck. UCC, half their team down, only 4 runs on the board.
And another indoor expert is coming out onto the field now. We've seen him so many times.
So it's going to be Anish then. He'll be looking forward to getting the ball in his hand later on, but he's got a job to do with the bat first. Anish then to join his partner Divish on out there in the middle.
Divish has only faced 2 balls. Yet three batsmen have gone since he came in.
It's quite
I'm not laughing because of what's happening, but it's strange to see a batsman who's only faced 2 balls and so many wickets have gone down. UCC needs someone just to grind out the next few overs.
Yeah, they really do need a MacGyver type escape route here, Joe.
And a certain Swiss Army knife would help as well.
Indeed. Maybe a contact lens or something. As Anish keeps the first ball out from Siddiqui. Very warm welcome along to the Mardyke for this Munster Senior T20 Cup match as Anish keeps that ball out. 3 overs have been bowled. UCC are 4 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. And the clouds have come over the Mardyke in the last kind of 5-10 minutes. And it looks as though the clouds have also come over UCC's effort.
Fantastic over there by Siddiqui, a double wicket maiden. He now is on 2 overs, 1 maiden, 3 for 1. Or 1 for 3. I can't make it out.
Getting mixed up. We have to look closely at the figures to get it right. It's going to be the yellow headband of Nabil, who's going to come into the attack from the Mardyke Road end, the end which is behind the bowler's arm. And I think to call it a MacGyver type escape route, Joe, is really does mean that UCC are under pressure here. Half the team are down, only 4 runs on the board. They need a plan.
I think they just need to go out and enjoy it now.
Fair enough.
Being brutally honest, they can knuckle down. There's so many overs to go. 17 overs to go.
Played into the leg side by Divish. It is Nabil then with his leg spin from the Mardyke Road end. This will be another challenge for UCC. That's short, played away, looking for one. Run out attempt, given not out. Good sharp work there. I think that's Abdul at short third man.
UCC are forced into making risks at this stage.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with you, Joe. You might see some extravagant shots, some risky running.
They need to grind out some bit of a score at this stage.
Nabil is in again. Played away and beats the extra cover fielder.
That may run away for a boundary. Oh, well stopped by the captain, Ross Durity. And a great huge arm there.
And 2 runs for Anish. That's better from UCC. As Nabil is in again. Flighted delivery. Played back to the bowler from Anish. Be interesting to see how Cork County play this now. Turning to leg spin in the power play.
Oh.
Yorker length delivery. The ball dribbles past the leg stump. One ball to go in this over then, as the umpires are just double checking. Yep, there's 1 to go. Be Nabil to Anish. Squeezed away, well fielded at backward point. UCC will come through for the single. Anish will keep strike. 4 overs done. UCC are 8 for 5.
And more importantly, they didn't lose a wicket.
Yes. Sorry.
Siddiqui continues.
Looking for the quick single. Going to be tight. And well backed there at the non-striker's end by Abdul again.
Do you think that he could have gone for the striker's end?
Much of a muchness. I think he was well lined up to go to the non-striker's end. As Siddiqui again, bowling through and around. Divish on strike. Played into the leg side. Sunil fields for a dot ball. Just a bit of a change in the field there for Cork County. Tightening up that offside field, trying to cut out the single. Outside edge is wide of first slip though. And is that another one? It is. So Divish this time has to go stumped. Second stumping for Cormac Hassett. 6 wickets down after 4.5 overs. Only 9 runs on the board. And I am delighted that joining us in the commentary position, maybe not in the best of forms at the moment, it is Shivam. Hey Shivam, how are you doing?
Hey Eric, I'm good. How about you?
Not too bad. So, not a great start
Yeah,
for
of course.
UCC.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's UCC. It's the first time UCC is playing at this level, so of course it's a new experience for them playing the higher division bowlers. I'm sure this will be a learning experience from them. You can see from their approach that they are still struggling. They are trying to overhit the balls and go across the line, whereas the pitch is nice and green. It's skidding onto the bat, and from the experience we have in our game, we can see that it's better if batters bat straight in the V initially, and then there will be loose balls, of course, and just to pound on them and make most of those loose deliveries. It's going to be a low-scoring ground, of course, which you saw from our game. So
it looks like Albert Stead is going to keep Anish company out there in the middle. He's a left-hand bat, so delighted that you're here with us, Shivam, to give your expert analysis.
Thanks,
as per
Eric.
usual. It's going to be Siddiqui then to continue to Albert. Played away into the offside. So, obviously, not the start that UCC were looking for, but as you said there, Shivam, a big learning experience for these guys.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And for the season, Albert...
He's bowled him. Has he? Yes.
Yeah, that's another one. Beaten outside off.
So beaten on the outside edge there. It's 5 wickets for Siddiqui. He's bowled brilliantly from that River Lee end of the ground. Albert unfortunately couldn't keep that delivery out. Very well bowled from Siddiqui, and well, that's now 7 wickets down for UCC.
If you see, Eric, even Albert tried to push the ball and he didn't try to just let it come and then play it around. And looking at the conditions, I think he should have been a little bit more responsible. Being a senior player for UCC, he's been now playing for UCC for 3 years now and has done really well. Has earned a good name for himself, and within the UCC group as well, he has a lot of respect. And I think as a senior member, he should have stuck on and been more gritty, as Ted Williamson usually says.
Yeah.
So, and I think in conditions like this, you need to not think about the original target and rethink your plans and go easy and then try to complete those 20 and get as many as possible.
So that's overdone then. Siddiqui, 3 overs, 1 maiden, 5 for 2 runs. Nabil will continue to Anish, who plays that around the corner. It's going to be Kunal at the non-striker's end. Has had a good season with the ball. As Kunal with his leg spin, he'll be looking forward to getting the ball in his hand later on, but has a job to do with the bat now at the moment.
Yeah, and he's a decent bat as well, I would say. He has got few runs in his division.
Played into the leg side. Fielded by mid-wicket. So it's Anish on strike then. Kunal at the non-strikers end, beaten outside the off stump. Shivam, what should be the conversation happening out there at the moment? It's halfway through the 6th over and it's 9 for 7. What would you be saying to these two guys?
I would say the idea here would be to just knock around. I mean, play the ball in the gaps and not try to do anything not try to play anything in the air.
Just like that, you would say, Shivam? Good shot there from
exactly.
Anish.
I've always rated Anish as a very good batsman. Even during my time when I was at UCC, he was a really, really good batter with decent technique and can develop into a much high scorer and a match winner.
Found the gap there. Good chase from Peter and Diarmid, and that's another good shot from Anish. Over pitched from Nabil. Ross Doherty with the chase this time, and these two will race back for 2. A bit better there from the UCC batsman there, Shivam.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, he's just playing with technique, I think. Doing the right thing, not trying to overhit the ball. And I think that's the way to go now. Yeah,
absolutely. That's
well
blocked
done.
back to the bowler there.
I think it's a perfect situation for Anish as well to step up. He's also a very senior member of the team, so it's an important equation where he steps up and being a senior member shows the other team members how to bat in this situation. which again I see is very important that the batters understand it and have a proper plan and proper target to go ahead.
So 6 overs done then. The power play is over. UCC are 13 for the loss of 7 wickets. So now that the power play is done, that means 5 fielders can disappear into the abyss of the outfield. So those white discs there you can see signal the 30-yard circle. It will be Siddiqui to continue from that Riverlea end. He's bowled very well and has been a big step up for these batsmen, Shivam.
Yeah.
There's Kunal there playing the ball away to the offside, facing his first delivery.
Siddiqui is a very senior member. He has been around cricket for so long, especially for Cork County. He understands the wickets and is now just playing with the batters, playing like bowling to good areas and then testing uses. He's just doing the basics. If you see in the first game and even now, he's just following the basics of this wicket, and
that's nicely played.
A good shot by Kunal.
And it will race away to the third man fence for 4 runs. First 4 off the bat then, courtesy of Kunal. Bit of width on offer there, Shivam, and it was well played.
Yeah, I think he waited for it, let the ball come to him again and play in the gaps. Really good shot from him. I think Kunal doing the right thing here, getting scoring of the bad balls, which I think is the way to go forward. Respect the good balls and make the most of the bad balls.
Absolutely. A bit more tossed up there from the bowler Siddiqui, who's coming to the end of his spell. 3 more deliveries to go. Kunal on strike. Hits on the pad and is given out. Second LBW for Siddiqui, 6th wicket of the innings. Kunal, after hitting a 4, gets wrapped on the pad and is out. So 8 wickets down now for UCC.
Yeah, looked like Kunal put his foot forward. I mean, instead his head was behind and he was in no position to play that defense. I think he didn't get in the line. In situations like this, when you're actually on the wrong line, it's important that you put your bat in front and make sure you get the contact. But I think, Siddiqui being really clever and bowling on the right lines for him and getting him LBW.
So unfortunately, UCC are 8 wickets down, only 18 runs on the board, 2 deliveries to come for Siddiqui. A fine spell from him. Who's this next batsman, Shivam?
He's Weber. Weber has been with UCC this year and joined the team this year, and he's been given a good amount of opportunity. Has been doing decently well for himself, and did well in the Division 1 as well. So I think he needs to. What I usually say to my teammates, be Joe Harihan.
Yeah.
He's very gritty. He's one of the most grittiest players I've seen.
2 slips in place, man underneath the bat, that ball is pitched and ripped past the outside edge. A very attacking field here, Shivam. Understandably so. Siddiqui going for 7 wickets now, has 1 delivery to do it.
Oh, that's 7 wickets.
Yeah.
We see, looks like this weekend has seen a lot of 7 wickets.
Yes, that's right, yeah. I think a game yesterday.
Max Egan got his 7 wickets, yes.
Yeah. So here we go then. 2 slips, a gully, short extra cover.
Oh, that hit the bat first. No.
Oh, he's given him.
That hit the bat first, clearly.
Well, through our... We heard 2 noises, but unfortunately for the batter, he has to go. The umpire has put the finger up. And that is 7 wickets for Siddiqui. He ends up with figures of 4 overs, 1 maiden, 7 wickets for 7 runs. So the umpire gave it, Shivam, so it's out.
Yeah.
But however, we thought we heard 2 noises here.
2 noises there, yeah. So the first instinct would be, it's bat first because, could see what position he ended up in. So.
And I think as he walks off there, the batter, he's signalling to his teammates his bat. And I don't think he's showing them the sponsor on the front, Shivam.
He's not happy. Definitely is not happy with the decision, and we could see by his reaction now.
But the umpire gave it, so
that's umpire's call is the final call.
That's the final call. Well then, 9 down, and the new batter is... Who is this new batter?
Anish, he's been batting now, so he's on strike.
Oh, so Anish is on strike?
Yeah. And the new man, I think, I'm not sure what his name is. Oh, it's Abhilash, yeah. Abhilash as well is a new member.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's
good,
a new member. It's his first year with UCC. Has done decently well with the ball.
So he'll be looking forward to getting the ball in his hands. Anish then.
Anish showing really good technique here, playing Nabil. And Nabil is a very experienced bowler, knows how to trap good batters. And Anish actually showing maturity. They're just staying there, playing with the ball, with the line.
He's nothing to lose, does Anish now.
Really good from Anish. Really good from Anish. I think this is a test match field now.
Yes. I was just going to mention a very attacking field for the 8th over of a T20. Of course, Cork County have bowled brilliantly. Swing and a miss outside the off stump. So especially from that Riverlea end, Siddiqui has bowled extremely well. 7 for 7. Very impressive figures. So Nabil then to continue.
Another fumble from Cormac there. Looks like he has had a long day now.
Well, you mentioned he's had a long day. Well, of course, there was a match earlier on.
Yes,
Shivam, you were a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a close match, a low-scoring match.
Yeah.
As that's a good stop there at kind of a gully second step. That was Ross Doherty. So the batters take one run off the over. UCC are 19 for 9 off 8 overs. So going back to that match earlier on, so tell us who batted and bowled first. It was Cork Harlequins versus Cork County, Shivam.
Yeah, so Matthew lost the toss and Cork County made us bat first. So I mean, this looked like when we came in this morning, it looked like a proper green track, and we knew bowling first would be the right thing, but so we batted first, and Maddie and myself opened the batting, and up top we could see Siddiqui and Francis both bowled really well, and bowled to basics. I lost my wicket a little early. I fell in the trap where the ball was skidding, and I tried to push it. For us, the Zubair then pulled off, got us out of trouble. We had lost a lot of early wickets then.
Yeah.
And Zubair got a good 46 of 19. And in the last over, he really took Siddiqui on.
Yeah.
Really well bowled there from Harpal.
So it's a Harbersher into the attack then for Cork County, replacing Siddiqui. He's bowling to Anish, who kept the strike from the last over. Played away to the offside, fielded at point by Nabil.
I think Anish now is doing the right thing, just enjoying his batting out there.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a lovely ground to play at, a lovely venue. Being heckled there by the rowdy crowd. Anish.
I would rather say a happy crowd.
They're in good spirits.
Yeah, absolutely. And
good spirits.
I think it was Matty who called in after the first innings got over, and when we were having the hurdle, it was Matty who pointed that at this ground we've always, whenever we have come, we were not happy with our scores with the bat. We've always pulled through with the bowling.
Yes. And that's a quick single.
Oh, okay.
Very well run. A direct hit, but the batter was safe. So good aggressive running there from UCC and from Anish.
So Eric, as a viewer, when you were watching the first game, what did you think at the game? Did you feel like, because when we were inside, we did feel the intensity?
Yeah, so I watched it on the brilliant live stream from the first game. It's a bit stop-start, but we got the gist of it.
I did apologise to everybody out there.
Broadcast coordinator Joe is still next to us here as Haberscher runs in again. Well played.
I think Joe is doing a brilliant job here. I mean, I didn't share the link with my parents because I haven't been getting runs and I didn't want them to see now.
Right.
And after the game, my brother just texted me. He didn't say bad batting. He just said very good wicket keeping. So
there you go. There's always a silver lining, huh?
Yeah.
Hello to all our Indian fans out there who've been watching. Thank you.
Always a silver lining.
I'm pretty sure all the Indian families who are watching are very thankful to you.
And I think there'll be plenty more matches to come.
Absolutely.
Which is good to hear. Good first over there by Habinder. 1 over for 1 run. Nabil to continue.
Oh.
Spilled, unfortunately. That was Peter at extra cover. Anish looking to go up and over the top.
I think Anish getting a little greedy here. I mean,
right, yeah.
He's going for the glory shots, which I don't think is required. Yeah, much sensible from him now.
That's a bit better. Of course, it's high quality of bowling from this end as well. Shivam Nabil is a good operator.
Oh, absolutely. He's got a lot of variations. And last year when we played him, he had 4 different options. But this season, I think he has 10 different ones. So he's improving.
Absolutely. Turning down the single there. Anish looking to keep strike.
Yeah, I think Anish is doing the test match thing, I think.
Yeah.
Wanting to just bat there
and that will race away across the outfield. Top edge. Past first slip. 4 runs for Anish. His first. And moves on to 14.
I would like to ask Joe here. Joe has always been a big supporter and encourager for UCC over the last couple of years. Even when I was with UCC, Joe was always, behind all of us and promoting. We as a team had never played higher than Division 1 in 2019-20 season. But Joe still picked me from that group and made me play Premier Divisions in the President 11 game, which was a very good initiative.
Absolutely, and out on the field, Anish goes up and over the top. Cork County brought the field in there to prevent the single. And a good shot there from Anish.
Interesting you say that, Shiv. I think it should be brought back this year, that President's 11.
Yeah, it was in fact a very good initiative. I mean, for all the players who performed well, did well for their club, it's a show of appreciation from Munster Cricket, and also highlighting them, I think, at a better level where they compete amongst the best and get even picked by the selectors. You get the eye of selectors, and then from Munster, then you play Munster Heats and then Munster Reds. I mean, that's the pathway for all cricketers now.
Anish there getting off strike, last ball of the over, which means he will keep strike. So a good over there for UCC. They move on to 29 for 9, halfway through the innings. Haberscher to continue to Anish. From the Riverlea end of the ground, swing and a miss outside the off stump for a dot ball. Haberscher, and again, well kept out there from Anish. Kept a little low, that delivery. We've got a dog there walking around the commentary tent. I think, Shivam, are you hoping that dog comes up to us?
I would love him for the kind of innings he has played yesterday and today. I mean, I would rather have him longer than Quins,
Edge down to third man. Still not taking the single. Anish keen to keep strike. That dog still in the vicinity. Wonder who owns the dog. 29 for 9 then. 10.2 overs gone. That's a wide ball outside the off stump. consecutive wides. This time down the leg side. The first one was down the offside. My apologies about that. Language. Well fielded there by Georgie at extra cover. Anish there.
I think in today's game, Anish has actually showed that he's got technique to bat and has got to be more sensible and keep playing like that for UCC. And I think, like I told earlier, I've always thought of him as a really good batter, has decent technique.
And with 2 balls to go in the over, Cork County will bring up the field, trying to prevent that single. So with the fielders up, could be an opportunity for Anish to go over the top. He does go for the quick single, and he will get it. Very well run there from these two.
Nicely done, Anish. I think he's not getting intimidated by the bowling and the field attack. He's just doing his thing. And I think this is the time for him to actually show the players, I mean the experienced Cork County players, that there are lads who have got good technique. And then
he moves on to 21 ball to survive, and he does so very nicely. End of the over, 32 for the loss of 9 wickets, 11 overs gone. So, Shivam, yeah, a very nice thing you said there about UCC, about how they've gone onwards and upwards from when you first joined. And I suppose yourself, personally, you're playing with Cork Harlequins now. Of course, you used to play for UCC, but also you've made the step up to play with the Munster Heat.
So we had our first game, and I think I made my debut as well this week. And a good experience for me. I mean, I've always wanted to play at this level and test myself how I can get better.
Yeah.
And I think thank you to the selection committee to show the faith in me. And probably I'll try to get some runs there.
Absolutely. Diarmid to come into the attack, then he'll be replacing Nabil from the Mardyke Road end. Short outside the off stump. Anish looking for the cut shot, missed it, and it's a dot ball outside the off stump. So who are you playing, Shivam?
So in the coming days, we are now playing Island Academy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And I think that's the one game we have. I don't really remember. I think that's the immediate game we have afterwards. But yeah, again, we had a really good win against Emerging Knights, I think.
Yes, that's a good team with the Emerging Knights.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. But I think in that conditions, toss was an important factor.
Good effort there from Peter at extra cover. Just to the left of him. It's a dot ball. Anish again looking to firm the strike as Captain Jurity now. Looking to change the field. So the fielder's back is point. Long on, long off. And there's a man out at deep square as well. Diarmid to bowl to Anish, who pushes the ball into the leg side for 1 run. So we'll just wait for this delivery. Diarmid bowling left arm around the wicket. LBW appeal, not much interest there. So Shivam, we're going to say our goodbyes.
Yeah. Thanks Joe for inviting me. Thanks Eric. I want to send out a hi to mom, dad, brother, and Janet. So thank you for the opportunity. Yeah.
Thank you, Shiv. Hopefully we'll catch you again, maybe next week. Interesting as always.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'll see you later on.
12 overs done then. UCC move on to 33 for the loss of 9 wickets. And we'll welcome back into the commentary position. Well, he never left, but now the mic is in front of him again. It's Joe.
Thank you very much, Radders. Good to talk to players and officials around Munster. Hopefully in the Cork County innings we'll have a few of the Cork County players with us.
Yeah, so a good tribute there to UCC and how they've progressed onwards and upwards. However, here in the moment, they're having a pretty tough time. 12 overs done, 33 for 9, and it looks like Francois is going to change ends. He started off from the Mardyke Road end with figures of 1 over 2 wickets for 3 runs. Now he's going to swap to the River Lee end, and he'll be bowling to Anish, who's doing well out there. He's on 21. Edged.
Was that an edge?
It was. So edge past the keeper, 4 more. Just getting confirmation there from the umpires. And that is Anish's 3rd boundary. He's hanging in there for his team, Joe.
I tell you what, UCC in fairness have come back here and look, they've 1 wicket left.
That short delivery, Anish looking to deflect it away. Just missed the ball for a dot ball.
Francois taking a bit of pace off here. Trying not to let Anish use the speed of the ball to guide wherever he likes him to.
It's interesting, it's nearly a test match type of tactic, trying to farm the strike for Anish, but he's doing well as he plays that through the gap. And the striker Prem Kumar runs all the way to Anish to only find that Anish is only going to send him back. So he ran 2 but didn't get any.
I think in fairness to Anish, he needs to hold on to the strike, and if he got off strike now with 3 balls remaining in the over, then you could nearly see, you can understand what he's doing here. But it's now, in the next 2 balls, he needs to get off strike to get back down the other end.
And you can see that by the field Cork County have set. They've done it for the last couple of overs while Shivam was here. They're bringing the field up to try and block that single, Joe.
You're right there, Rollers.
As Francois is in again. And got him. Bowled.
Bold.
That's the end of the innings. A good effort from Anish. 25 off 41. 3 boundaries. Has come to an end. It's 37 all out in 12.5 overs. 1 ball shy of the 13th over. And that is that. We'll go through the scorecard very quickly.
Fantastic display by Cork County's bowling. Clinical, I would suggest.
So I'll go through the batting. Joe, if you want to go through the bowling. So Vikrat, a duck of 3 balls. Siddharth, 0 off 2. Navam, 1 off 4. Hussain, 1 off 3. Divish, 1 off 6. Varun, 2nd ball duck. Anish, just bowled there by Francois, getting a nice round of applause there as he comes in. Scored 25 off 42. Albert, Abhishek and Abhilash scored 0. Kunal had 4. And here comes Cork County, and here's the man of the moment, Siddiqui. 4 overs, 1 maiden, 7 wickets for 7 runs. Instrumental for his team, putting them in a commanding position, I think, Joe.
What a performance by Siddiqui today.
What a performance.
He did it with the bat in the first game and now with the ball in this game. 7 wickets in a T20. Being brutally honest, I haven't heard that in a long time.
Doesn't really happen, does it? It was a masterful display. 4 overs, opening up the bowling. Bowled the first over of the day. And unfortunately, UCC just didn't have any answers, Joe.
They had no answers. But then again, they play in an artificial. They can't train on a grass wicket. And they don't have the quality of spinners. Maybe just one. But there's so many spinners here at Cork County that it's very hard for teams like UCC who are not facing these players week in, week out, and then to rock up and try and play against a quality spinner like Siddiqui. As Ted mentioned in the other stream, he's been around a long time and he's potentially one of the best spinners in Munster.
Absolutely, Joe. But again, you could say 2 quality spinners, with Nabil coming in from the other end, bowling his leg spin. It was always going to be very difficult for UCC. They've got 37 on the board. Only 4 boundaries in the innings. And I think, Joe, you're going to take us through the bowling lineup.
Yeah, the bowling scorecard here was Siddiqui 4 overs, 1 maiden, 1 wide, 7 runs, 7 wickets. Francois 1.5 overs, 7 runs, no maidens, 3 wickets, 2 wides. Nabil bowled his 4. No wickets for Nabil, 18 runs, not too bad. Harbinder Singh, 2 overs, 4 runs, 2 wides. Dermot Carey, 1 over, 1 run. Extras 5, total 37. Bowled out in the 12.5 overs.
Hope you can all join us for the second innings of this game. Cork County will be chasing 38 to win. We'll be back in 8 minutes' time. And a very warm welcome back to the Mardyke. for this Munster Premier Division T20 Cup match. It is UCC versus Cork County. In the first innings, UCC batted and they scored 37 all out. Cork County chasing 38 to win then. They'll be opening with Reds and Reds player Cormac Hassett. And the man of the moment, Siddiqui, after bowling 4 overs, 1 maiden, 7 for 7 runs. He'll be taking strike. Oh no, he'll be at the non-striker's end, I think. It's going to be Sid to open the bowling from the River Lee end of the ground. So only 38 to win then. Very low score for UCC. They'll know that, but they'll also know as well that they were completely outplayed in that first innings by Cork County. Only 4 boundaries were struck and they were bowled out in the 13th over. So they'll know that they were beaten all ends up. However, they will go out and do their best though. However, their day is not going to get any easier. Cormac Hassett's going to be on strike. And Siddiqui will be at the non-striker's end. It's going to be Sid bowling left arm around the wicket, I would imagine, to Cormac. UCC, they're going to go with a slip. First up, they have nothing to lose. Their 2 men outside the ring is going to be a kind of a deep mid wicket just there at the scorer's kind of shelter over there, and also a long off over by the covers. First ball was a full toss, played away by Cormac, fielded out there by Sharma. And Cork County are away. 2 runs off the first delivery. Sid opening the bowling. Cormac, the County and Reds player, to open the batting. Goes again and played down to long off this time for the single. That will bring Siddiqui on strike, and I'm delighted to be joined by Cork County player Diarmuid Carey. He's next to me here. How are you doing, Diarmuid?
Hi Eric, thanks. It's lovely to be here now.
Good to have you here. Well, firstly, we'll start off with that second innings. I said a moment ago there that UCC were outplayed, and I think that was quite accurate.
Yeah, certainly. I guess having the man out there facing now Sadiq, opening the bowling, is always tricky, especially on a used wicket. It was used yesterday for a second team game.
Yeah.
I went late into the day, so it was obviously used for a lot of overs, and then first game here today. So obviously it was turning as there's a misfield there at mid wicket and Sadiq gets off the mark. But yeah, so as you said, 7 for 7. I think that kind of is the innings you can kind of speak at as a whole. But I thought they showed a bit of fight though for the last wicket, doubling their score at least there. So yeah.
So Siddiqui getting off strike there, that'll bring Cormac back on strike, who defends that delivery out in front. Well, I was just going to say, Diarmuid, 4 overs of maiden, 7 for 7, unheard of figures in T20. He really did bowl well out there, didn't he?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And even the wickets he got, they were all bowled, LBW stumped.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was relying on piece of fielding brilliance, as Cormac hits it out to long off there. And it's fielded, so that's another single.
First over done then, 5 without loss. As that was Sid there, opening the bowling. We'll just get the name of the bowler from the Mardyke Road end of the ground. Yeah. So yeah, but as you said, yeah, a lot of us, there's a couple of LBWs. I think a lot of what we had Shivam on earlier, and what he said, very simple stuff from Siddiqui, wasn't it? It was bowling to his field.
Yes.
Basically using his strengths on, as you say, is a used wicket.
Yeah, definitely, and I think the changes of pace as well were pretty evident. Kind of quicker balls were wrapping them on the pads for LBW, and then when he'd flight one up, he would entice them down the wicket and got a couple of stumpings thanks to Cormac behind the stumps. So definitely basics, definitely.
It's going to be Kunal then. And also, Kunal then to bowl his leg spin. Cormac Hassett will be facing up. Another bowler who did well was Francois as well, as that's a full toss. Played through square leg. Easy pickings for a batter of the calibre of Cormac Hassett. That's 4 through square leg, Diarmid.
Yeah, Cormac doesn't need a second invitation, I guess, for a ball like that. But as you were saying, Francois bowled well in the first innings, getting 3 wickets, I believe.
Yeah, 3.
So the two men got the 10 wickets between them. He bowled very well, and he bowled well earlier on against Harlequins, certainly in his first spell at least, and he got a nice little innings against them too, so he's had a decent day, Francois.
Played down to that 45 fielder, and Siddiqui will jog through for the single. Good communication there between the two.
I think jog is a nice word. You wouldn't exactly see him sprinting a single now, would you?
Well, he's already done a lot of good work already today, Siddiqui.
He's had a brilliant day.
As Kunal has bowled well this season with his leg spin, well kept out there from Siddiqui. So I think a monumental effort from UCC is required as that's swept.
Oh, well bowled.
Good take from the wicketkeeper, ultimately results in a dot ball. So I suppose kind of just going away from this game momentarily, Diarmid, he had a good day out yesterday above in Leinster, Cricket Club above in Rathmines. First win of the year in the championship for you guys.
Yep.
So firstly, were you there? Were you playing?
I was indeed, Eric. I hit the winning runs, just to put it out there. But
oh, very good. Yeah.
No, but so we bowled first up there, and we bowled them out for 132, and we chased it 9 down. As Siddiq is
and gone. That's gone. Siddiqui down the ground, well stumped from the wicketkeeper. Kunal has another. So 1 down so for Cork County. I don't think they'll mind too much about that, Diarmid, though.
No, I think the message from the captain was run rate more than preserving wickets, because obviously losing earlier in the day to Harlequins. But obviously losing earlier in the day to Harlequins, the manner of victory is important here.
Absolutely. So,
but back to yesterday, so we were chasing 132, and because we bowled them out kind of early, the lunch interval was delayed, so we had to go out and face a tricky kind of half-hour period, and we lost 3 wickets in that session of play. So we were really under it, but a really good lower order fight back.
Absolutely, 100%.
Especially led by Byron McDonough, who got 40. So he was brilliant.
And it's always a difficult thing to, a long spin up to Dublin and to come away with the victory. Must have been very satisfying for you guys on the road back home. As Sunil then, an appeal. Not sure if there was much there. So it's the new batter for Cork County is Sunil. And that's a dot ball outside the off stump. 2 overs gone. Cork County are 10 for the loss of 1 wicket. Diarmid, as I was saying there, it must have been a very satisfying win on the road back home to Cork last night.
100%. So obviously we've had a tricky enough season up there in terms of results, but to put into a bit of perspective, we've been away for the last 4 games in a row, plus the Hills away in the Irish Senior Cup a few weeks ago. So we've essentially had 5 Dublin trips away in the last 4 weeks, with Rush to come away next weekend. So we're kind of looking to get through that, because then we have 7 home games on the bounce in a row. So
I was just going to say, you do have home games, don't you?
7 in a row, Eric.
Good. So 5 sounded a bit extreme there.
So just for any viewers here who want to be in the area, I believe Cork County, Cork Harlequins are playing 2 games in the next 4 or 5 weeks down in the Merdyke. First one in 2 weeks' time, I believe.
As Cormac Hassett looking for something big over the top there. Only manages to get it down to the deep fielder on the leg side for 1 run. That will bring Sunil back on strike. So not far away now. Only 38 to get for Cork County. So a low-scoring game, Diarmid. Might have an early finish, one might think. That's a nice-looking shot there from Sunil, but finds mid-on. That's Varun there.
Yeah, one way or the other. It's going to be an early finish.
Think so.
It's going to be a massive collapse or might just get over the line.
Good looking shots here from Sunil, just finding the fielder. So yeah, as you said there, Diarmid, lots of exciting cricket happening down here in the Dyke.
Certainly, yeah. And Munster Heat games down here midweek for the next while. As Sunil goes huge over mid-on.
That's whacked for 6. Tossed up from Sid and dispatched down the ground over long on for 6 runs. Lovely looking shot there from Sunil, Diarmid.
Absolutely fantastic. Against the spin as well on a turning track, as we've been mentioning. That's a fantastic shot. Very much a confidence booster.
It doesn't matter. Good fielding there at square leg. But a good looking shot there from Sunil to get off the mark.
Definitely a fantastic shot.
As you say, on a turning wicket, looks like Sid is turning the ball away from the right hand bat.
Spin, yeah.
So full toss, but well fielded off his own bowling there from Sid.
Brilliant fielding, yeah.
As that is the end then of the 3rd over. Cork County 17 for 1. It's interesting, Diarmid, just in the context of this match, that the field is brought right up from UCC, and understandably so.
Oh yeah, 100%. Obviously they need wickets. 21 runs required at this stage and 9 wickets in hand. So obviously their only route to victory is to capture the remaining 9 wickets, and they need to bring the field up to entice it into that.
I think to say that Cork County are in the driving seat of a Ferrari or something.
Yeah, racing away.
Racing away into the sunset.
It's like Max Verstappen on his way.
Are you an F1 fan?
I'm not, unfortunately. Are you?
You fool me. Looks like Kunal then is going to be continuing. Opening with spin from both ends, Diarmid. As that's very well played from Cormac. As Hassan chases.
Very good running between the wickets there.
Good running between the wickets from these two. Good return from Hassan. Cormac moves on to 12. Off 8 deliveries, 1 boundary. So a good option, we think, Diarmid, opening up with the spin from both ends?
Almost certainly, yeah. Just watching the first innings pan out of the man of the moment, got 7 wickets.
Absolutely.
I also believe it's probably UCC's strength as well, their spin bowling. So obviously defending such a low target, they can't let the game flow and then bring in their prime men after a few runs have been gotten. So yeah, absolutely. I think it's the right call.
They have to bring in their star players. And it's interesting there, Diarmid Cormac had his hands out. I don't think he was imitating a plane. I think he was looking for the wide, but umpire Declan Early. Oh, did he? Was it a wide?
It was given in the end, I believe, yes.
Oh, late call.
Must have been a betting syndicate in his ear.
Cormac umpiring the game as well as batting as well.
A man of all trades, keeping the wicket as well.
Yeah. So the deep cover fielder is going to head back. So only 2 fielders outside the ring.
As it comes right out to Merrick.
Choreographed. And now
bowling a very nice spell here is Kunal. 1.5 overs. 1 for 10 so far.
That brings Sunil back on strike. A bit of a conflab happening out there. A bit of a meeting. Trying to figure out where to have their fielders, but it will stay as you are. There's a long on in place. A deep cover about 7-10 metres off the boundary. That's a dot ball outside the off stump. And I think it's a very unusual situation these two find themselves in with such a low score. Normally it's trying to pace their innings, but as that's played there to Hussain there at backward point, for a dot ball. That's the end of the over. 4 overs done. Cork County 21 for 1, requiring a further 18 runs to win this game. But yeah, a very unusual situation here, Dermot. That, you know, what do you think they'd be chatting about out there?
The two batsmen, is it?
The two batsmen, yeah.
What are their plans for the evening,
What
I
are
guess?
their plans for the evening? Yeah, that's...
No, there's a new bowler coming on now, so I guess they're asking each other, do they know about him? And I assume the response was no, but...
Looks like it's going to be Varun. Varun gets quite excited. Does Varun on the field, wears his badge on his sleeve. So I don't know if there's going to be much... Not sure about if there'll be much of a celebration if he does take a wicket, but he will be bowling right arm over.
Looks like a seamer as well.
As that's a false start. Cormac will be on strike. So it'll be Varun to Cormac then, replacing Sid from that Riverlea end of the ground. Keeper standing up.
Very good start for him.
What is that? Did I get that right, the Riverlea end of the ground?
I would say the river end and the Mardyke Road end, but if you want to be extra correct, the Riverlea.
The river end. Another dot ball outside the off stump. So as you said, Dermot, it's important that County close in on this target as soon as is possible, as that's cut away from Cormac. The chase is on. Looks like the ball, it's slowing up, and it does hold up inside the ground. 2 runs taken. A nice looking shot there from Cormac, Dermot.
Brilliant shot, yeah, and a great chase from the UCC fielder. But yeah, a bit of width on offer there from the bowler, Varun, and just cut away backward of point from Cormac, so, and nice run between the wicket for 2, so very good.
And looks like they're going to try and plug that gap now. Bringing a fielder from the leg side across to... Well, looks like they're going to drop him back on the fence. They must be careful to make sure there's only 2. That's nicely bowled there from Varun. Maybe a bit of movement away from the right-hand bat of Cormac, as a bit of wind there kind of flew through our gazebo, making us feel right at... You're not used to the wind down here, Dermot.
No, not at all.
So we're right down here by the water table as Varun comes in again. Well kept out and well bowled.
Bowling very well to his field here, isn't he? Very offside field, and he's bowling a nice channel outside off, so very good bowling.
So slip in place, a ring field with only a fine leg and a third man, a couple of metres in from the boundary, as that's on target again, kept out from Cormac, and that's overdone. 5 overs done, 23 for 1. Cork County requiring an extra 15 to win this game.
First innings aside, I think UCC will be quite happy with the economy that they're conceding here, especially in a power play with only 2 men out against a batsman who's in the Munster Reds T20 team and 50 over team. So fair play to UCC for fighting back and for keeping their heads high.
Absolutely. Of course, still plenty to play for. It's their first time in this competition. And a nice kind of tribute to UCC earlier on there from Shivam. But I think, as Joe mentioned earlier, a baptism of fire coming down here to the Mardyke to take on this county first team, as looks like Connell is going to be continuing. Blocked back to the bowler by Sunil. A reminder that UCC will be back in action next week. They host Galway and Limerick next weekend. As that ball goes down again, myself and Dermot intently look at our broadcast coordinator as he writes down notes for us with a pen and paper job. Very professional, as you can tell, Dermot.
Yes.
And also it's County and Kerry here at the Mardyke as well.
Yes.
So as that's a full toss, played away from Sunil. It will race across the turf into the boundary for 4 more. A full toss there, Dermot. Not what UCC would have planned.
Certainly not, but I'm sure Sunil was licking his lips to that one as he kind of swats it away, like you could say, through the vacant deep mid-wicket area for 4 runs.
11 required then. Sunil moves on to 10, a 4 and a 6.
And a lot of dot balls.
Sure, he won't mind that. As Cork County close in on victory. That's down the ground. Nicely played by Sunil.
Great shot there.
Well, looking around the body language of the fielders, lots of hands and hips, although they looks like they will bring the field in, although there is still a man out at deep point. So, to extra cover from Cormac, around comes Vicky from
Very well
point,
fielded.
and it's well fielded from him.
Right in front of us there, Eric.
We're right up and close to the action here in the, what do you call it, the tent?
The marquee.
The marquee.
Live at the marquee. And that is flipped.
It's a full toss, and Sunil dispatches that one over square leg. 4 more. And that will bring an end to the over. Power play done, 33 for 1. And another full toss to Sunil, and is given the same result.
Yep, another one of Sunil's sweep shots through the vacant leg side field. 4 runs. As we move out of the power play, UCC can have 4 men out now, Eric. Or 5 men out, apologies.
Indeed, they can disappear into the abyss of the outfield. I don't think a lot of them will, though, as there's only 5 runs required now. Cormac Hassett on strike. Looks like Varun is going to continue.
Batting here with a short boundary to his leg side. It'd be interesting, will he try and finish it with 1 hit?
And it's blocked. Bit of an anticlimax there.
Certainly, yes.
You were calling the big shot, but it never came. So that's a dot ball to start off with for Varun. As UCC move a man to square leg. In comes Varun again, flicked away off the pad, and will race down to the wide long leg fence for 4 more from Cormac. Nice looking shot there from Cormac on the pads, flicked away. Scores are now level, Diarmid.
Certainly, yes. I would assume the fielders might be told to come in here, but they don't appear so. Be interesting to see if Cormac tries to win it in style, or will he just block it into that offside and leg side and just take a quick single.
There's an awful lot of room down here at fine leg.
Certainly is.
37 for 1. Scores are level. And Cormac blocks the ball to extra cover.
As that delays the inevitable.
Well, as the end is nigh, thank you very much for joining us, Diarmid. And, well, it was a direct hit from Hussein. I thought that was going to be the end, but it's well backed up there from Connell.
Fantastic backing up, yes.
Would have been very much the anticlimactical end if it ended on an overthrow, but there you go. Nicely bowled from Varun. Race through from a quick single. Very close, but they didn't hit the stumps. Cormac gets the winning run. He ends up on 21 off 23. Sunil 15 off 13. Cork County 38 for 1 have beaten UCC by 9 wickets. Diarmid, as comprehensive as it gets.
Certainly, yes. Whenever to win a T20 game with more than 10 overs to spare. In this case, more than 13 overs to spare. 9 wickets in the hut.
In a T20, very impressive.
Yeah.
Well, you have to go over.
I do my duties, yes, Eric, indeed.
I can see your teammates there laughing over at us. So, Diarmid, thank you very much for joining us. And hopefully you can join us again in the future. Congratulations on the win, and we'll let you go over and shake hands there with the opposition.
Thanks very much.
So Joe is going to rejoin us in the commentary position. A 9-wicket victory. Very good victory for Cork County. UCC, a learning curve for them.
Absolutely, a very comprehensive victory for Cork County. Congratulations to them. They pick up the first their first win of the campaign, and more crucially, they pick up 4 or 5 bonus points as well, Rodders. So, do you want to will we run through the scorecard?
Yeah, very quickly.
Go through the Cork County innings.
So we'll just scroll down here until we
There
get to
you
the
go.
Cork County innings. Cormac Hassan not out 21 off 23 deliveries with 2 fours. Sunil not out 15 off 13, 2 fours, 1 6. Siddiqui bowled. Connell stumped by Albert 1 off 5. However, he did take 7 wickets earlier on in the game, so definitely a contender for player of the match. The bowlers, Joe.
Siddhartha, 2 overs, none for 12. Kunal, 3 overs, 1 for 19. And Varun, 1.5 overs, none for 7. So
what's coming up for the following weeks in the Munster Premier T20 Cup?
Next weekend, next Sunday, as we mentioned earlier, at UCC will play Galway in the morning up at Farmers Cross. Cork County Cork Harlequins will play Limerick. And then Galway travel to Farmers Cross and Limerick travel down to the farm, where both will play UCC and Cork Harlequins. Down at the Mardyke, you have Cork County will face Limerick. And by then we'll know who has won the league and who progresses to the All-Ireland T20 final, as you mentioned earlier on.
Semi-final.
Semi-final, sorry.
Joe, of those games, which ones will be broadcast?
We are broadcasting up in Farmers Cross, and it'll be on the Munster Cricket Union YouTube channel. So the first game, I think, could be early in the morning, about 10 or 11, and the second game will be after that, around 2 or 3 o'clock.
So until then, thank you very much.
We also have a podcast coming out probably Thursday or Friday, and where we hope to have an interview with Munster Reds captain PJ Moore on their victory in the IP50, historic victory for Munster.
That's brilliant, Joe. Looking forward to that already. And on that note, it's time to say goodbye. Thank you very much for joining us today. And until next time, thank you and goodbye.
Thank you all. Have a lovely evening.